but a foul tip into the mid. Bees are in their home white pinstripes tonight. Revs are in the navy here on the road. Akeel Morris, who had been with High Point most of the year, first pick in the Players Showcase draft. Here's a swing and a miss, a high fastball, 1-2. Rockers, being the expansion team, had the first pick. And his numbers pretty similar. 22 outings there, 3 here, all in relief. This is going to be a bullpen night for the Bees. Morris had just pitched 2 days ago. Probably can't expect too much from him. Pitch is up high, 2-2. Overall, he's 2-1, 4.32 ERA. Opponents have hit just 225, 27 hits in 33 and a third. James Skelton starting the night with the extra base hit. And then scoring. 2-2, it is a breaking ball just outside. By the way, our weather brought to you by Heritage Lawn and Landscape Care. It has cooled off to 94 degrees. Mostly sunny. There is a little bit of cloud cover that's moved through. Feels like 107 still. And the 3-2 pitch, a swing and a bouncer toward the middle. Chopper handled by Galvez from second. Off balance, runaway throw, gets there on one bounce to first base. And nicely done by Galvez up the middle. But the Revs have scored in the first inning tonight. A run on one hit, nobody left. At the end of a half, it's York 1, New Britain coming up.
Buying a car is all about value and getting the most bang for your buck. And there's no car on the road today that gives you value like Mitsubishi. It's Doug Sprankle, sales manager at York Mitsubishi. Our prices start thousands below the competition. And then we keep adding on discounts and rebates, like up to $5,000 off the 7-passenger Outlander, 0% financing for 60 months, plus $1,500 back on the Outlander Sport, and 0% financing for 72 months on the Sporty Eclipse Cross. For those who want fuel economy, you can't get better value than Mitsubishi's Go-Kart on steroids, the Mirage, starting at an amazing $12,990. And don't forget our exclusive 10-year, 100,000-mile limited powertrain warranty. How can you go wrong? Before you pull the trigger and shoot yourself in the foot, stop and give York Mitsubishi a look. And remember, credit is never an issue at York Mitsubishi. Get pre-approved at YorkMitsubishi.com now. York Mitsubishi, around the corner of Route 30 and Roosevelt Avenue, where Mitsubishi's always cost less.
Want to give your child the best birthday ever without hosting, planning, or cleanup work? Book a York Revolution birthday party at Peoples Bank Park. Parties include 2 hours of all-you-can-eat Kessler's hot dogs and pizza, goodie bags for all guests, and Penn State Children's Hospital playground wristbands. The birthday child gets a custom Revs jersey and throws out a first pitch, and the whole crowd sings happy birthday before the party enjoys a customized Revs birthday cake. Birthdays at a Revs game. Best birthday ever. Details at YorkRevolution.com or 717-801-HITS.
Cannonball Charlie's ready. Are you? The Revs play here. Sports Radio 98.9 FM and 1350 WOYK, York.
One nothing lead for Corey Walter. We go to the bottom half of the first inning. New Britain lineup. Ford leads off in center. Bijan Rodemaker in right hits second. Jason Rogers, the first baseman, batting third. Jonathan Galvez at second base hits cleanup. Here's Walter's first pitch. That's over for a strike. Jared James in left field hits fifth. Logan Moore, the catcher, batting sixth. Then they'll have Rando Moreno at short. Tyler Clark DHing. Joe Piletsky at third. Corners are up on Ford. Pitch to him. He swings, fouls it against the screen. And it is 0-2. Revs a 1-0 lead. Skelton the leadoff double on the game's first pitch. And then scoring on a wild pitch. Walter winds and fires. And a breaking ball just missed the outside corner. Ford hitting at 274, 3 home runs, 15 knocked in. Slider was awfully close. There's the wind, the 1-2. Fastball, strike 3 called. This time he tailed it the other way. Two-seamer that ran back a bit and freezes Ford. A strikeout to start the night. One down here in the bottom of the first inning. And a good start for Corey Walter. The Bees strike out the second fewest times in the league. Only Somerset has struck out fewer. One down. Here is Bijan Rodemaker, who's hitting .269. First pitch is swung on, hit high in the air in left center. Trapped from center, gallops over and back. And deep out there in the alley, he's got it. That big high wall, the wall the whole way around is probably twice the height of your normal home run fence. And Trapp backing into the shadows of the fencing in deep left center takes care of out number 2. Walter gets Rodemaker to fly out on one pitch. And that'll bring up Jason Rogers. As a 19-game on-base streak entering the night, tied for New Britain's season best. Alejandro De Aza had done that. First pitch, fastball, it is just inside. And De Aza recently had his contract purchased by the Twins, headed to AAA Rochester. And this, of course, used to be the AA home of the Twins. Pitch is upstairs, ball 2. And then the AA home of the Rockies as well. Rogers 6th in the league in hitting .305. 7 homers, 3rd in RBIs with 53. 2-0. Swings, lines a base hit to left, and he has reached safely in 20 in a row. So Rogers keeps the first inning alive. Corey Walter, 3-3, 4.22 ERA, 9 outings, 8 starts, 42 2/3, 53 hits, 19 walks, 14 Ks. He's earned the win in his last 2 starts. One was against New Britain at home, June 29th. Then he had a start rained out. Here's Galvez. He takes a fastball strike. So he pitched in relief instead during that turn through. And then his first start since the break was Monday at Somerset to start the road trip. He won that. Now deals, and it's beaten foul down behind the plate. 2 strikes to Galvez, who's 5th in the league in batting, .319. 12 home runs, tied for 5th in RBIs with 48. And he's hit .500 against the Revs. Walter, the stretch from the first base side of the rubber, delivers, and a breaking ball down and away. Skelton over to get square to it. Walter on Monday at Somerset took a shutout into the 5th, gave up just a couple of unearned runs in the 5th inning. Won the game 6-3, going 5. Now the stretch and the pitch. Breaking ball looped in the air at first base. Tejeda over, and now Nina comes in from behind, calls him off, and the second baseman handles it to end the inning. Galvez jammed, hits a little bloop pop-up, and it's a scoreless first for Walter. A 2-out single is left on, and we'll go to the second tonight. It's 1-0 York.
Are you one of the many people that has a 401k that is eligible to roll over, but you just haven't done it yet? Maybe you're not sure where was the best place to put it. I'm Tom Dasher of Tom Dasher Investment Services. I specialize in helping you getting your 401k and IRA money parked in the best place for you. So if you haven't rolled your 401k yet, or if you're not satisfied with your IRA, call me for a consultation at 487-2096. That's 487-2096. And check out my website at tomdasher.com.
There's a lot of talk out there about good health care. We all want a good plan. But step outside and take a good look at all those beautiful trees and shrubs in your yard. Do you have a plan to maintain their good health? Heritage Lawn and Landscape Care has a veteran staff of 12 fully licensed and trained tree health care professionals to rely on, including 10 certified arborists and 3 PA certified horticulturalists. So don't let your trees and shrubs fend for themselves against Mother Nature. Visit heritagelawnandlandscape.com and get world-class care right in your backyard.
Sports injury? Walk into WellSpan Urgent Orthopedics for immediate care. No appointment is ever needed. Our orthopedic and sports medicine specialists are here to treat you. Visit wellspan.org/urgent orthopedics today for hours at our York and Hanover locations.
The York Revolution plays here. Sports Radio 98.9 FM and 1350 WOYK. First in York, first in sports.
Revs a 1-0 lead as we head to the second inning. Carlos Franco will start. First pitch from Morris, big swing and a foul tip to the backstop. And Franco let it fly on that first one. He's hitting .356 with a homer and 18 driven in 26 games played. Dotel and Dent do this inning as well. Morris always from the stretch, and he misses up high. It is 1-1. Morris, who's from St. Thomas, Virgin Islands, began the year with High Point, as we said, taken in the Players Showcase draft. Pitch, it is swung on and missed, a changeup, and gets ahead. He faced the Revs with High Point twice in York in May. Both were scoreless outings, 3 innings total. But then in June, he fires, and it misses down and in. Faced them 3 times in early June and gave up a run every time. So the Revs have had some success off of him in relief with his former team. In total, 7 innings, 3 runs. He fires, and that's down and away. And since coming to New Britain right after the All-Star break, roughed up in his first outing, 3 runs in 2/3 of an inning at Somerset, but the last 2 have been almost perfect. He fires, and a swing and a high fly the other way and left. This will send James back onto the track, and he's got it. Crossing onto the warning track toward the corner in deep left field. Franco sends it a long way to the opposite side, but flies out, and I'm sure they'll be ribbing him again for yet another deep fly out. The man has as much power as anybody on the team, but here on this road trip, he's flied to the track or the wall about 8 times. Here's Wellington Dotel, who takes a slider for a strike. Revs lead it 1-0 here in the second inning. Now Wellington will back out. He taps his chest to say, "My bad, I wasn't ready." The last 2 outings for Morris, he has combined for 5 no-hit innings, including 3 2 days ago against Southern Maryland. Pitch is a big swing and a foul tip straight to the backstop. 2 strikes on Dotel. Morris got his first New Britain win in that game on Thursday. That was game 1 of their doubleheader with Southern Maryland. Now he fires, and a fastball a little low. Good eye from Dotel, who's hitting .293. Last night blasted his 6th home run, and he's now 4th in the league in RBIs. His next will be his 50th. 1-2, swing, and he fists one, pass short, and a base hit into left center. Rando Moreno ranging out from short, but Dotel muscles it far enough past him, out of his reach and into left center. And the Revs with their second hit bring up Ryan Dent. Morris pitched for New Britain July 12th, then 2 days later, then 4 days later. And that most recent one Thursday, he went 3, so see how long they use him tonight. Pitch to Dent. It is down low. Dent last night, a home run. His first since May 9th. He's hit 2 of his 4 against the Bees. 1-0 pitch. Almost hit him. Changeup in tight near his thighs as he flinches back. scored 3 runs last night, one of 4 Revs to score at least 3 last night. Justin Trapp scored a Revs single game season high tying 4. And a throw to first. Dotel is back standing. Oh, they call a balk on Morris, who you can no longer just disengage. You have to step fully behind it with your right foot, the rubber that is. Oh, Dotel was going to second, and now somebody overruled it. And he's being sent back to first base. I heard balk hollered from the field. But somebody overruled, and I suppose said that he was off the rubber. No argument from the Revs dugout. He's back at first. Here's the 2-0, and he's going to try to steal. Pitch is high. Throw down is right on the money, and he's tagged out. And Galvez puts it on him. Logan Moore throws out his second attempted base stealer in as many nights in this series. And Dotel cut down for just the 3rd time this year. He has stolen 15. But just the 3rd time he's been caught. And it was a quick release right from the ear, and it was right on the money. 3-0 on Dent. And he watches a strike come in. The base is now empty with 2 outs. Revs leading at 1-0 here in the 2nd inning tonight. Morris fires, and a line drive, left field, base hit for Dent. James a couple steps toward left center, will glove and toss in. Dent a big turn to force the throw in. Now the Revs with their 3rd hit, and each of the last 2 batters with singles, but Dotel was caught stealing. That'll bring Angeles Nina to the plate. Big night last night, 3 for 5 with an RBI and 3 runs scored. Now hitting 280, 282 with York. First pitch is down low, a changeup. Nina's hit safely in 4 straight. Now the 1-0. That misses high. Morris, he got to the majors with the Angels just last season. 9 appearances with LA. 14 innings, 9 runs. Fires home, misses high with it, and it goes to 3-0. He did not register a decision. ERA was .579. He also had 8 outings with the Braves the year before. As he pours a strike across, 3-1. And that year, 7 1/3 innings, just 1 run at the big league level. And 2 years before that, he was first up with the Mets for 1 game. He deals, and a swing and a high fly in right. Rodemaker drifting back, approaching the track, but it'll die just shy of the warning track this time, and he puts it away to end the inning. El Nino sends one deep toward the corner in right. It is flied to right field each of these first 2 nights here. But the Revs turned away in the 2nd inning. No runs, 2 hits, 1 left, and we've played an inning and a half tonight. It's still 1-0 York.
The malls and the internet are filled with places that sell running gear. But where do you go for performance track and field gear, technical help, and reasonable pricing? Flying Feet. Flying Feet Sports Shoes' reputation is widely known. They've been outfitting beginners to nationally ranked runners for more than 30 years, and their selection of brands and models is unmatched anywhere in Central PA. Training shoes, track spikes, specialty shoes for all field events. If Flying Feet doesn't carry it, then you probably don't need it. All this at prices that will pleasantly surprise you. Flying Feet's entire staff is knowledgeable of what you need. Beginners and pros come away from Flying Feet with the right advice and the right shoe for their needs. And that applies to the needed accessories. Replacement spike elements of all sizes, shot and discus implements, running apparel and sports tights, and Under Armour performance apparel for specialty track and field equipment and the know-how without the specialty store prices. Flying Feet. just off exit 18 of I-83 on Mount Rose Avenue next to Battery Warehouse in York.
Picking one thing over the other can be hard.
Toast or avocado toast?
Ooh, 4 or 5-inch heels.
But with Pick Games from the Pennsylvania Lottery, drawn twice daily, picking's as easy as 2, 3, 4, or 5. Plus, add Wild Ball to any Pick game for even more chances to win. It's simple.
Hey, what'll it be? Give me a pick 2, please. Oh, and add Wild Ball. I'm feeling pretty lucky.
Play Pick Games today from the Pennsylvania Lottery. Must be 18 or older. Please play responsibly. Benefits older Pennsylvanians every day.
Downtown's ready. Are you? The Revs play here. Sports Radio 98.9 FM and 1350 WOYK, York.
Corey Walter's first pitch here in the bottom of the second inning, in for a strike on Jared James, who leads things off. 1-0 York. And the next one lined the other way. That's going to be a hit into the gap in left center. Zach Sullivan over quickly to glove, fires it in, holds him to a single. And Sullivan, he did make one error last night, but he's been very busy in left field. And one of the best things that he has done is get to base hits really quickly. A lot of them have been coming in or even toward the line. This one to his left, into left center, and James, who runs pretty well, held to just the one base. Now here's Logan Moore. First pitch from Walter is just inside. Moore hitting at 178. Does have 6 home runs now, increasing the power total since the All-Star break. Walter, the 1-0, swinging a rip right side, finds the hole. Base hit right field. And James up to second. He'll stop there. So the Bees with their first 2 on here in the second inning on a pair of singles, and they have 3 hits here early. Walter made his Revs debut here back on May 29th. Lost that day, 4 innings, 4 runs, but he had kind of a tough lead up to his debut, a blister issue. Here is Rando Moreno. First pitch, he bunts down toward third. Franco coming in, bare hand pickup, fires just in time at first base. Moreno speeding down the line. Sacrifice is good, 5-4 with Nina over to cover at first. And both runners move up. Walter faced the Bees at home on June 29th, 5 scoreless that night. He overcame 5 walks, uncharacteristically, only allowed 3 hits. And at one point in the 4th inning that night, worked out of a bases loaded, no out jam. Here is Tyler Clark. He's DHing tonight. And the pitch from Walters, swinging a bounce foul behind the plate. Clark, you may recall, early last year with the Revs, gave up switch hitting, and he is batting exclusively right-handed, as he does here against Walter. He's got the long hair flow going. Hitting 132, does have 3 home runs. Pitch, it is swung on, tip foul, straight back. The Bees, his 3rd Atlantic League team. He was with Lancaster the year before York. 25th game played of the season for him tonight. Native of Cheshire, Connecticut. Not far from here. Walter ready. 0-2. And a swing and a broken bat, flare at short, Dent out, cannot reach it. Into shallow left center, a run scores, we're tied. And Tyler Clark on an 0-2 pitch. Walter did not waste one. He tried to pound him inside with a fastball. He broke his bat. But Clark fists it over short and gets the job done. We are tied up. 3rd hit of the inning. And a flare over Dent, who did all he could, going back, ranging out, sprawled out onto the grass. And now first and third, still only one out. Joe Pilecki, the hitter. Pilecki in 8 games, 3 for 24. He's hit 125. And the pitch from Walter, fastball right across for a strike. Double play would be nice. Revs turned 2 last night. Now the 0-1. And a swing and a line drive to left center. That's a base hit. Moore is in to score. Clark going first to third, and the Bees lead 2-1 on a pair of RBI singles from the bottom of the order. Clark hitting 132 and Pilecki hitting 125. But pro hitters, they have a bat in their hands. They're all dangerous. And Skelton now with first and third again. Will take a few steps out in front of the plate, relay some signs for the infield should they try anything on the bases here. Now 4 base hits in the inning. Now here's Darren Ford back at the top. Pitch from Walter. It is up and in. Missing with the slider. It's actually the first earned run that he's given up in his last 3 starts. 2 unearned runs on Monday. Here's the 1-0. Fastball, it is a little high. Ford struck out looking to start the game offensively for New Britain. Has a 2-0 count here, though. Now Walter sets, drives to the plate, and misses high again, 3-0. The guy who's hit very well against the Revs, Rodemaker, is on deck. Rio pitch, taking all the way. It's right down the middle. Now the Bees with their first lead of this series. Last night for the Revs, a wire-to-wire win. Leading 2-1 after 1. Now tonight they trailed 2-1 here in the second inning. Walter trying to quiet this rally. He sets and delivers. And missed a little bit high. The ball 4 and the 5th base runner of the inning, Darren Ford on the walk, will load the bases with 1 out. And now Walter has to deal with Rodemaker, who flied out deep in the first inning in left center. He's hitting .269, decent, but against the Revs, .345, terrific. Loaded with 1 out. And Walter has his sign. First pitch, a swing and a pop foul, backing out of play. Do tend to see a lot of first pitch swinging from Rodemaker. We mentioned last night a stance very similar to what we've seen from Craig Maddox when he used to be here. Left-handed, standing straight upright, feet close together, open, hands low, and the bat straight upright, close to the body. Here's the stretch from Walter. And the 0-1. Swing, and it's fouled straight back again, just over the netting. Down and over to our left. 2 quick strikes. Walter in need of an out here, and heading into the meat of a dangerous middle of the order. The bottom of their order has struggled mightily, but this inning, they are the guys that have done it. Their lineup has thinned out with Emarista, Deaza, Taylor Motter all departing recently. 0-2, and it's swung on, fouled away and left. All the way past the stands on the third base side. Over toward that high school field next door, New Britain High School sits atop the hill beyond left field. You can only see a little of it behind the tree line, but they have their football stadium, which gets a lot of use out beyond right field. Always having track and field meets. Pitch is line hard right field at Dotel. He squeezes, and they cannot tag from third. Throw into the plate on a hop, and Tyler Clark was a step off the bag when Dotel caught it. He gets back on and does not go. And Rodemaker hit a rocket to right field, but right at Dotel for the second out. And even with Wellington having one of the best outfield arms in the league, you got to try it on a ball hit that far and right. Hit medium deep. And Clark, for a catcher, runs pretty well, but he failed to tag up. So Walter and the Revs maybe catch a break. And here's Jason Rogers. First pitch slider, and it clips the outside corner for a strike. Rodemaker can't be too happy because that's an offer. Thought off the bat, sac fly. Rogers a single in the first. I don't think Bijan was too happy going into the dugout. Now Rogers asks for time and backs out. Speaking of that high school football stadium beyond right field, yesterday we pulled in. It was filled with a field hockey camp. There's often something going on when we're here. They had like district track championships or something when we were here in May. There's the 0-1. Breaking ball, fouled against the screen, and Walter jumps ahead, trying to wiggle out of this with only the 2 runs. He has had to grind here this inning. Revs have fallen behind 2-1, but the goal here is to keep it at that. And now steps off. And Rogers will back out. An exciting sequence. Now Walter ready. And the 0-2. Fastball off the plate away. Good spot. Walter from Wheeling, West Virginia, went to West Virginia U and spent his whole career in the A's system before this season. Drafted out of West Virginia, 28th round back in 2014 as Rogers backs out again. Rogers is 3rd in the league in RBIs. They have him loaded for him with 2 outs. He singled in the first tonight. Now Walter is set. Here's the 1-2. Missed up high. And now tries to go up the ladder, but Rogers wouldn't chase. Rogers last year was an all-star, did not attend this year. Played 117 games in the majors, Brewers and Pirates. Walter ready, and now the 2-2. Swinging a ground ball, left side, finds the hole, base hit. Clark scores, here comes Pilecki. Sullivan's throw is cut off. It's a 2-out, 2-run ground ball single through the left side of the infield. Jason Rogers drives in 2. And the Bees now lead it 4-1. A 4-run second inning. The miscue from Clark Revs a chance to get out of it with only the 2 runs, but Rogers picks him up. Drives in his 54th and 55th. And now 2 for 2 tonight. Dent dove to his right. The only thing he could have done there would have been to keep it in the infield and save 1 run, but it was going to be a hit. Here's Jonathan Galvez. He swings, pops one up foul. This will find the stands off to the right. Right past an ill-fated attempt to make the catch in a hat by a fan down there. Rogers now 4 for 6 to begin this series. Walter 1 pitch away from limiting the damage. Here's the 0-1 to Galvez. It's a slider low. 9th hitter of the inning. That was the 5th base hit of the inning. So it's already, Walter's been good. It's already fair to say that 2 of his roughest outings have been in this park, but still a long way to go tonight. He can right the ship. Pitch is swung on, fouled straight back toward TrackMan and toward us. And it's up onto the roof. 1-2. Galvez popped up his first time. Obviously, with this Revs offense scoring more than 7 runs a game since June 10th. There is a long way to decide this one tonight. Here's the stretch. Walter the 1-2. Breaking ball, chopped to short. Dent will wait back for the second hop. Slings it over to Nina, covering in time, and that'll end the inning. But the Bees score 4 on 5 singles in the frame. And 2 men left. We'll go to the 3rd tonight. It's New Britain 4, York 1.
Money and business are essential to the strength of a community. So is cheering and celebration and music and fun. That's why York Revolution games, concerts, youth sports, special events, and more happen at a place called People's Bank Park. People's Bank has been serving York County for more than 150 years. Always cheering, always celebrating, always committed to the things that make York County great. And to you having a great time at People's Bank Park. People's Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Remember rushing to the newspaper in the morning to read all about that Revs game from the night before? Was it? Yeah, that was a long time ago. We barely remember that too. Sports Radio 1350 is your home for local sports, and we're taking care of that news void in your life. Get your York Revolution game articles delivered right to your inbox every morning, courtesy of WOYK. Simply log on to YorkRevolution.com and click to sign up to receive daily game recaps right to your inbox. Keep up to date every day as the York Revolution go for another Atlantic League title. We're your source for local sports. Sports Radio 1350 WOYK. First in York, first in sports.
Wealth is the ability to feed 100 stray dogs.
Turn empty parking lots into playgrounds. Watch your child walk down the aisle.
As Henry David Thoreau once said, wealth is the ability to fully experience life. At Smith Wealth Advisory Group, we help our clients identify their ambitions, dreams, and financial goals and develop actionable plans to pursue their passions and interests. Let our wealth of knowledge about wealth help you fully experience life. Visit us at smithwealthadvisory.com.
Janney Montgomery Scott LLC, member NYSE, FINRA, and SIPC.
Catch the Revs all season on Sports Radio 98.9 FM and 1350 WOYK. First in York, first in sports.
Zach Sullivan looks at a ball high, now takes just outside and has a 2-0 count to lead off the 3rd. Lights coming on here at New Britain Stadium. Some sunlight still shining. Revs trail 4-1 now. Pitch to Sullivan is swung on and fouled back. 2 balls and a strike. Sullivan, who homered on Thursday, last night went 2 for 3 with an RBI double. And reached 4 times, hit by a pitch and walked. Pitch, he swings, lines one the other way and right. Rodemaker over, and he's going to run it down. It hangs up for him. A little too much air under that one, and Rodemaker coasting over toward the foul line takes care of it. But Sullivan has shown a penchant for going the other way. He homered to the opposite field to help win Thursday's second game at Somerset. The Bees are sending Tyler Clark to the batting cage bullpen area to loosen up the next guy. And he's their DH tonight. James Skelton now takes a strike on the outer half. But Morris in his third inning, and again, he went 3 just 2 days ago. There's the 0-1 fastball. It's a little bit high. Skelton greeted Akil Morris tonight with a double off the wall and right on the game's first pitch. Scored on a wild pitch. And now watches all the way. It's over the outer edge for strike 2. New Britain with all 4 since. 4 runs in the second. 1-2. And that misses high. Skelton, he's been consistently great, but he's on an extended, really hot stretch the last 27 games. Tonight, the 28th. 2-2, that's down and in. And with that run in the first inning, now in those last 28, he has scored 30 times. And I know Mace doesn't love leading off a catcher, especially on the road when he's got to finish warming up the pitcher and then bat right away. Here's a swing and a pop-up. Foul by the Revs' third base dugout. Pilecki from third is over, but it lands in the first row behind the dugout. Skelton stays alive. But his on-base numbers, runs, walks, the way he patiently works counts, he's, aside from the catching part, he is a perfect choice to lead off. He did it for years here with New Britain. Pitch to him again. He swings, pops it up, foul again. Same exact area. And this time it lands 3 rows further back behind the dugout and hops up off the concrete. Now 3-2 it remains. Skelton locked in a battle with Morris, who makes his first start all year tonight. Every other outing was in relief. Pitch, it is swung on, hit in the air, deep down the line and right. Skelton hustling toward first, and it hits the foul pole. He's done it again. James Skelton, a home run in 3 consecutive games. He has doubled and now homered tonight. And the Revs get a run back. It's 4-2 here in the third. And a new team record, 13 consecutive games with a home run for the Revs as a team. What a great at-bat that was. Full with a handful of fouls. And here's Justin Trapp now, who looks at a slider strike. And James Skelton hitting for power here on this road trip. The 0-1 to Trapp, that is a called strike. He thought it was down, and he gives an evil eye backward. But Skelton, he left nothing to chance, took off sprinting with that high wall and right, but it got up and over and banged the foul pole. Here's a swing and a ground ball to short, right to Moreno. Gloves it, fires across. That's out number 2. Skelton's homer hit the foul pole just a few feet up on it. Third straight game with a homer, all pulled right down the line. And, of course, in addition to the double that he hit about halfway up off the wall on the game's first pitch to start tonight. His 8th home run of the year. He's now scored 31 in the last 28 games. Here's Talvin Nash, who takes a little bit high. The Revs down 4-2. 1-0. Fastball low. 14 homers in 6 games on this road trip. And 26 in the last 13 games for the team. 2-0. Swinging a bouncing ball to short. Moreno will charge in toward the bag at second. Cuts it off. And while running across, he tosses to first to end the inning. But James Skelton goes yard again. His third straight game with a home run. Solo shot cuts into the deficit. It's a 4-2 New Britain lead, middle of the third here in Connecticut.
Image 360 York is your choice for graphics that enhance, signage that works, and displays that inform. Everything from color change car wraps to vehicle wraps for your entire fleet, custom window graphic, decals and lettering, interior signage graphics and displays. Don't replace when you can reface. Call Rob and his team at 717-757-4909. That's 757-4909. Or order online at image360.com/YorkPA. It's fast, affordable, and convenient. Image 360, 2260 Industrial Highway in York.
Sports injury? Walk into WellSpan Urgent Orthopedics for immediate care. No appointment is ever needed. Our orthopedic and sports medicine specialists are here to treat you. Visit wellspan.org/urgent orthopedics today for hours at our York and Hanover locations.
Facing a legal issue can be a frightening time. What's my course of action? How do I know who to call? Fortunately, the York County Bar Association makes it easy. Now, you only need to make one call to find the right lawyer for you. Call the York County Bar Association and let us help you find the right lawyer with our Attorney Connection Lawyer Referral Service. Just call 854-8755 or visit yorkbar.com. Don't hesitate in getting the help you need. Contact the York County Bar Association and let us help you find the right attorney at the right time.
Get the latest on the Orioles with the Baltimore Baseball Show, hosted by Dan Connolly. Mondays at 6 on Sports Radio 98.9 FM and 1350 WOYK.
Now the Revs get one of them back right away for Corey Walter. His first pitch of the inning just missed on Jared James leading off. It's a 4-2 New Britain lead. Now the 1-0 and a swing, and he pops him up. Dent at short there waiting on it, and he's got it. Little low jam shot pop up right at short. James, who started the 4-run second with a base hit, is retired to begin this inning. Again, the 13 straight games with a home run now. Previously, the Revs record 12 in a row, which was done May 2nd through the 14th in 2016. Here's Logan Moore, smacks one along the line at first. Tejeda over to Glovett, pivots, flips to Walter, who's right there at the bag waiting for him. And Tejeda had to extend the glove hand to the line and fields that one nicely. 2 down. The thing about that streak back in early May 2016, that was the first time that Nash and Tejeda were together. And they've done a lot of it on this streak, but there have been many others that have as well. Here's Rando Moreno, who looks at a strike. The 5 home runs last night came from 5 different hitters. Here's the 0-1. And a check swing called strike. Fastball on the inner edge. Moreno, who had a sac bunt his first time. Revs also have now hit 51 homers their last 35 games. And Moreno now with 2 strikes will bunt, and it's a beauty. Skelton slides and has no play. A 2-strike bunt base hit. Over toward third. Franco was back, not expecting it. But with the new rule, Moreno takes a chance at it and lays it down perfectly toward third for the bunt base hit. That is the 7th hit for New Britain. And Skelton was the closest one to it. He went sliding on his shin guards, but had no play. A 2-out base runner for Tyler Clark, who punched a broken bat RBI single into left last inning as Walter throws over. Walter had gotten ahead of Clark 0-2, but he came out of there with the broken bat hit. First pitch this time, it's right down the middle, a strike. Revs trail 4-2 here in the third. Not already, they've answered the 4-run second inning from New Britain. Stretch from Walter. 0-1, runner goes, swinging a dribbler to short. Dent will wait for the good hop. He's got it, fires to first in time to get Clark, and that'll end the inning. So a 2-out, 2-strike bunt single from Rando Moreno, but he's left on, and we've played 3 tonight. It's the Bees 4, the Revs 2.
Will I have saved enough for college by the time she gets her driver's license?
How can I ensure beautiful music is always made on the symphony stage?
When I retire, can I take that vacation I always dreamed about?
When life's persistent questions have you seeking answers, turn to Smith Wealth Advisory Group. Let our wealth of knowledge about wealth help turn life's questions into financial plans of action and memorable outcomes. Smith Wealth Advisory Group, answering life's most persistent questions. Visit us at smithwealthadvisory.com.
Janney Montgomery Scott LLC, member NYSE, FINRA, and SIPC.
Your next haircut now has a shortcut. Introducing the Sport Clips Haircuts app. That's right, now the cut you want is just a tap away. Just download the app, check in at your neighborhood Sport Clips, and choose your Guy Smart stylist, and you're done. We'll text you when your stylist is almost ready. Then head to Sport Clips for a championship haircut experience. It's home field advantage for your hair. No appointment needed. Just download the Sport Clips app and check in. And don't forget a beard trim. Sport Clips. You choose the cut, we cut the weight.
Since 1934, PSECU has given Pennsylvanians financial opportunities to live a better life. We are a credit union who offers valuable free and low-fee financial products, broad lending options, and outstanding money management for financing life. At PSECU, we are proud of who we are and committed to who we serve because our Pennsylvania roots run deep. We are banking on a difference. Visit PSECU.com to join us. This credit union is federally insured by the National Credit Union Administration. Equal Opportunity Lender.
Take us on the go with the new WOYK app. Download on the Apple and Google Play stores today. Sports Radio 98.9 FM and 1350 WOYK. First in York, first in sports.
Head to the 4th inning. Sam Hervasio, the new pitcher for New Britain, his last warm-up, he just lobbed it up there like slow pitch softball. He's ready to go. The sideways, upward tilted hat, one of the true characters in the league these days. Now here on this record-setting, to some extent, hot night here in this area, almost a hazy look to the sky as we start the 4th inning. Tejeda will lead things off. He grounded out to second his first time. And Hervasio on first in relief. It's basically a bullpen night for the Bees. First pitch to Tejeda, slider, bends over for a strike. Akil Morris went 3, gave up 2 runs, both scored and set up by Skelton. 4 hits, 2 by Skelton. No walks, no strikeouts. Pitch to Tejeda, swings and pops it in the air. Galvez from second going out into shallow right. Rodemaker comes in, lost his hat, and calls off Galvez, showing off the bald head as he makes the grab in shallow right field. After all that effort and losing his hat, he may as well call for it and be the one to make the play. Now 1 down. Here's Carlos Franco, who flied out deep to left his first time. Cavs have seen Hervasio a lot over the years and a lot this season. First pitch is just outside. 3 outings, 1 start this year. 7 2/3, 5 runs, 4 earned. 1-2 with a 4.70 ERA. Here's a line drive to center and a base hit for Franco. Now Hervasio kept it away, but Franco covers the plate and rips it dead back up the middle. And the Revs with their 5th hit. And that'll bring Dotel to the plate, who singled his first time. Hervasio 1-2 with a 4.